All right, so I was wrong about a bunch of things from our last review. I thought the pen pals were going to be the Thunderbolts. That was way wrong.
I think everyone had that idea.
I think they did that on purpose.
Probably.
2, I thought Emil getting free was going to take the whole series. Unless he gets put back in jail and she has to help him again. But judging what happens in the last 2 minutes of this, we now know who the actual main ending of this is.
Oh.
Or I can imagine how dumb that guy might look in live action. They're such dweebs. We'll get there. But they're just as big of dweebs as I hope they'd be.
Oh, you're talking about the Wrecking Crew.
Yep. They're such losers.
Oh my god, you know what I want to see now? The Wrecking Crew and the Tracksuit Mafia.
Both beat up at a bar talking about how they can't do their jobs.
Exactly.
Useless. And you got a good chance of seeing the Tracksuit Mafia again along with the Wrecking Crew because Daredevil's going to show up here.
That's right.
Oh, man. What'd you guys do? Rob an Asgardian construction worker? Yes. I love also in that scene, Jen is getting robbed. She's like, please don't. Oh, wait.
the comedic timing in this show is just perfect.
Whoever wrote this needs a raise. That's what it is. Whoever is writing the dialogue and the pacing for these scenes, these episodes feel like they take 2 minutes.
And the best part is they actually feel like television.
Mm-hmm.
This episode especially, because there is not only the A plot with Jennifer trying to appeal to the parole officers, but the B plot is, and this is really my only one gripe, Dennis is
got off free.
Yeah, Dennis got off free, and B, that the superhero law firm isn't representing the new Asgardian.
True. That is true. I have a feeling that each episode we're going to get one where they're representing one way or the other.
Yeah,
and if they were going to talk about anyone getting screwed over through identity theft, I think it being Dennis being this dumb. Realistically, he lost both ways.
Yeah.
I was okay with that.
That's the only reason I'm okay with that, because because his defense was he is too stupid he was too stupid and too delusional not to know that it wasn't the actual Megan Thee Stallion.
Man, and all of a sudden Pug going, no way. Jen knows how egotistical this bastard is. I need to get you to testify. She's going to be the worst thing. She's going to be the best thing. Just trust me. I got this. You know what this feels like? This feels like a cable TV show sitcom.
Yeah, I think that's exactly
what I felt like I was watching How I Met Your Mother when I watched this.
Yeah, it also kind of took me back to like Veronica Mars and obviously Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing.
The feel of this show is so on point. It's terrifying. That is one thing that they are nailing with these TV shows, the exact feel of how they want with them. It never detracts. Ever since Moon Knight, every time they wanted an exact way they wanted a show to feel, they have nailed it to the wall. And it got even better with Miss Marvel, because I literally watched like I was watching Marvel Lizzie McGuire. and this. And the fourth wall breaks. I was like, there is a style of these fourth wall breaks, and it's not Deadpool, and it's racking my brain. And I was like, there's a style of these fourth wall breaks. This feels so similar. And then it finally hit me when she's in the bar with Pug and her assistant, who I can't remember her name, where she Nikki. That's where she just leans her head and she's like, connecting the A and B plots. Nice. It feels like Wayne's World.
Oh, yeah.
Because like the just gentle nods be like, awesome. It literally feels like they're doing that style of self-referential humor. and it's really good. It's really, really good.
Now I am kind of hoping that that Deadpool makes an appearance at some point,
Dude,
just to see the fourth wall getting destroyed.
Man, like they're setting it up. Like Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds have to be watching this going, our fourth wall breaks have to be that good now. Because these are awesome. And in the middle of he's like, just her stating, okay, so I know you're all excited to see Wong. I get it. But this is not a cameo a month. It was just Bruce, Emil, Wong. All right, it's still my show, okay? It's like not Deadpool doesn't do this, but some shows when they do fourth wall breaks, it's literally just because they want to say they did a fourth wall break. These feel so naturally like she genuinely wants to address the audience in the moment. Like it's not a joke. She genuinely feels like she needs to address them at certain points. It feels like an actual person having a conversation and not a forced in joke. It's done stupid well, in my opinion. I don't feel upset about anything in these episodes. They're just awesome.
But let's be honest, it is a bit cathartic seeing certain corners of the internet getting bashed, like almost I'd say at least indirectly through one of the scenes.
Are you talking about the thing we saw on Twitter?
Yep.
When I saw that tweet, I was like, hold on. Did they actually? And I'm like, no, you're saying people like that. Okay. Because I might have literally died on the spot if that was actually done in the show. For those of you that don't know, if you're looking up into Me and Mike's history, you'll get it. But some people are just like, some things have become too point of a joke to where they feel like exact things are being addressed because it's been addressed by actual MCU personalities in the past. Similar you, to be exact.
And I'm pretty sure some of those tweets like that were in the episode are paraphrased from literal tweets from 3 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And the worst part is it's like sometimes these shows have to like hype it up to where like, yeah, this is how it is, whatever. I'm like, no, these people are that dumb. It's not even parody anymore. It's just like, yeah, scrub the guy's name, right? Joe Parafidillo or whatever. What's up, Manny? Good to see you, bud. But just having now, okay. So for the longest time, me and Mike have been like, what the actual hell with that Abomination fight? To me, that is still a piss poor excuse for why they had to have Abomination there. But okay. Of all the people, Wong is going to be like, who was locked up in a cell that I could have a fight to say that I was worthy of being the Sorcerer Supreme. I know that Strange didn't have to do this unless they said off camera that that's what his fight with Dormammu meant. But if that's the explanation we're gonna get, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, what other reason could he have for breaking Abomination out of prison just to have a random duel at the Ten Rings?
And they go in there, and then he does the whole thing. Sorry, I lost track of time. And his assistant sent a thirst trap with her in a pile of books. For those that don't read She-Hulk comics, I've started just perusing at random to see how much of humor like this pops up. It's all the time. Like, this is Jen Walters nailed to a wall. It's kind of scary how on point this is with her. And just the overdoing of they don't make toilet hooch anymore. They make toilet kombucha. Just for how over the top Emil has been, like, the definition of perfect since his release.
My favorite is Carl.
It's all right, Carl. Let it go. Okay. We've seen enough of Carl. Oh, it's so fantastic. And it's seeing the juvenile side of some of this stuff, because it's like, I have a feeling since this is 9 episodes long again, that we're going to get a lot of like some heart-to-heart cases, some juvenile cases, where it's like, this honestly kind of reminded me of Puck from Gargoyles, where he's just like, I'm a little guy that likes to cause chaos because I'm a moron. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it's going. Manny's on a little bit on the other end, I see in the comments there, but yeah, it's sticking its landing each week, in my opinion, for what they're trying to do for it. Is it for everyone? No. But for the people it's for, it's very good.
I appreciate that the show isn't hiding what it is. Like, unless you're just someone who doesn't really consume, the 24-hour news cycle, and you just kind of watch these shows blind. Yeah, I can understand if you're feeling like disappointed that the show is a comedy, but they have never lied about it being a comedy.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. They need to have her be like, for the way that the show is run, they're having her be She-Hulk all the time. And for the sake of a budget and the sanity of CG workers, having like the fights for when they need to be fights is good. They're actually saving it for good moments when there needs to be fights.
Mm-hmm. Like their punctuation at the end of certain scenes, or maybe just certain episodes.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Jen gets a lot of cathartic moments, like with her on the news, but still gets shafted because that's how dumb people are in news. And like sometimes they have to be told to end stuff that way. So I get it. But man, just how well connected all this stuff is. It doesn't feel like I'm bouncing between characters. This is a very tight-knit cast, and I appreciate that.
Same.
They're very good at nailing supporting characters. And like, again, his name is escaping me, but the guy who played Adrian Chase, I'm so happy he's in this.
Same.
He is a very, very good actor, and he's doing great. And like, I had no idea. I am not a giant fan of Megan Thee Stallion. She's not a big thing for me. Like, it's to each their own, but she's not for me. So when I heard she was in the episode, I was kind of like, I swear if they try and make her do a major acting role for the sake of a cameo, and then it's like, no, she was literally just herself because she was part of a case. I'm like, okay, that was a really good idea to do because it makes sense pop culture wise, and that would get some eyes on the show in a non-offensive way.
Yeah, no, the way they used her was perfect. I'm not like the biggest fan of her music anyway, but again, it's just one of those examples of people getting really mad for literally nothing.
Nothing. She was in the show for maybe a grand total of 2 minutes.
Yeah, if even.
Yeah, it's like there was something stupid the other day that I saw that like Soldier Boy's realistically only in The Boys for like teens of minutes. It's ridiculous how little time Soldier Boy's actually in there, and his presence encapsulates the entire show.
Right?
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it was just really good. And like you see, like it's just quickly turning into, we're gonna say every episode has a post-credit scene, but almost none of them are gonna mean anything. Just to say they've got them all, which is fine.
I'm honestly okay with that. It reminds me of a lot of actually, it reminds me exactly of Rick and Morty, what Rick and Morty does, where every episode ends with like some sort of stinger, and like the show does have like an overarching story, but most of the episodes are like standalone adventures. So the stinger is just kind of the one last joke before before the end of the broadcast.
Yeah, and we've talked about the most of it. Like, Dennis gets let off of his case, wins out there. Doubt is going to get anything. And you kind of get a thing that maybe Jen's going to try and take her powers away. Like there was a small hint of that when he's like, did Dennis just give me an idea?
Oh.
Because I didn't know if she meant that for Emil or herself. And maybe that's why she did the inhibitor thing. I don't know if that's what that means. But she did point blank say, did he give me an idea when he referenced taking her powers away? But outside of the one thing that we haven't really covered, man, the Wrecking Crew are losers. And I'm so happy they're losers.
I don't know much about them like in the comics, but I think what I like about this show is how you can have characters like the Wrecking Crew, and you don't have to give them the pomp and circumstances like a Hawkeye or, you know, some of the other A-list heroes of the Avengers.
Yeah, now I'm trying to see if I can get a, like, there we go. Where it's like they actually have like costumes and stuff. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah, like they're a big thing. They're one of, if you remember, the best Marvel Avengers cartoon that got cut short because Disney's dumb is Marvel Earth's Mightiest Hero, or Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That they're one of the first groups they fight. And they're just like hulking brutes that actually have like stuff going on with them. But the thing that makes me wonder is the head of the Wrecking Crew is Hammerhead. Another well-known New York Mafia member that is head of. You know Hammerhead, don't you?
It's been a while since I've seen like images of him, and oh my god, I can't wait to see him in live action.
I was about to ask you, do you think they're gonna make him look that ridiculous with the head plate and everything in live action?
Maybe not, but if they come anywhere close, I'd love to see them try.
Because it's like one thing I was shocked was the DLC for the Spider-Man PS4 game. Hammerhead was the main villain, but he turned himself into like a hulking brute monster. Well, here it's actually got a picture of it when he stole tech from Silver Sable's like reinforcement stuff. But like that's Hammerhead, and he turns himself into this when he took some of the Olympus armor and stuff like that to actually make himself a pretty OP villain. But yeah, it's like if they're gonna build up the Hammerhead, just I'm all for it. And
I need this now.
If like they're setting him up in episode 3 and like people are gunning for Jen's blood. So they're trying to do something. I don't know what. But
so that's a story.
That's a story, and that's a story that can go all the way through, because if they do somehow get her blood, you can turn someone into the Hulk. And I don't know if that means we're going to get the Red Hulk. I don't know if there's any other versions of the Hulk that I'm forgetting, but there's not many evil ones.
Yeah, as far as evil Hulks, Abomination isn't even evil anymore, so he's out. Red Hulk is pretty much the only one.
Unless they're going to give it like the Hammerhead to like juice himself.
It's possible.
It's possible. I wouldn't want that though. I want Hammerhead to be dumb, and I want him to be just Hammerhead.
Same.
Like I want Hulk to full force punch him in the head and it do nothing. I want it to be that dumb. He's like, yeah, just gonna steal plate, whatever. He's normally a Spider-Man villain for the most part. But yeah, it's so dumb. It's gotten to the point with these TV shows where like, who is the people that would never make it in a movie? Cool. All of them are showing up in these TV shows. Like we said it before, we have the Tracksuit Mafia. There was no chance ever of them showing up as a recurring main villain underneath Kingpin until Kingpin showed up. And we got them. They're some of the best characters in the entire MCU.
Let's see. We've got the Tracksuit Mafia. We've got the Wrecking Crew. What are some other dumb villain teams?
Oh, dumb villain teams? Hold on. Let me do a quick Google. Worst Marvel villain teams. Wrecking Crew's definitely up there. Oh no. 15 worst superhero villain teams of all time. The superior foes of Spider-Man.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's not from Marvel. The False Face Society. Oh no, that's not it. That's not Marvel. That's not Marvel. That's not. Can we get anything? Serpent Society.
Okay.
The Nasty Boys, which are an X-Men team. The Frightful Four, which is Wizard, Medusa, Sandman, and Paste Pot Pete.
Good Lord.
The Circus of Crime. Ringmaster, Princess Python, the Human Cannonball, the Clown, and the Great Gambinos. Acrobats they are. Then there's... No, that's Marvel. The Legion of Losers. A group that includes the Spot, Kangaroo, Grizzly, and Gibbon. That's mostly Marvel. Okay, they're from DC, but I have to label it because it's the name. Them! With an exclamation point. What the hell?
Now I need to see all of them.
What the hell? The Rainbow Raiders, is that DC? Okay. A crime syndicate of America attacked at Star Labs. Good Lord. And the Academy of Archvillains. That's another one. But yeah, there's some real losers in there. But like, you know what? The best part is I never heard of the Tracksuit Mafia before this. So I would love to not have heard of someone and then them show up and have it be as dumb as the Tracksuit Mafia.
Like how you haven't heard of Frogman?
Shut up. Or his dad Leapfrog. Like I had on my Twitch the other day when I was finishing up The Last of Us, I had to introduce Tyler to Dogface Welder and Snowflame.
Oh boy.
Do you know who Dogface Welder is?
The name sounds vaguely familiar.
He's literally a guy who welds dogs to people's faces, and he's a DC villain.
Oh wait, I think we talked about this last time.
Oh, we probably did. And then Snowflame, which I try to tell everyone humanly possible who's a guy whose powers come from cocaine. And I told that to Tyler, he's like, oh God, Snowflame's really on point. Like, yeah, it is. But yeah, no, She-Hulk is, again, continuing to be good. If they could keep this up for 9 episodes, this might be my new favorite DC or that Disney Plus series.
I'm thinking the same thing. Any predictions for episode 4?
Oh man. If it is Hammerhead and they want to show him on screen early, I could see the Wrecking Crew showing up to tell the boss that they failed. That's one prediction.
I could see something like that.
Is there any actors that have been cast in the show that we don't know what roles they're playing?
I'm gonna look up Hammerhead really quick just to see if
there's any rumors.
Yeah.
Because, man, if they actually show Hammerhead is one of those, I only knew about him when I was younger because of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. Like him, Tombstone, all the other randos that got thrown in there because their Fox cartoon got canceled, but the Spider-Man one didn't. The amount of idiots that could just show up in there is boundless. Because Marvel's been going for like 70 years now. No, maybe it's less than that. But the stuff around there has been. It's ridiculous. Anything?
Okay, so I couldn't find anything on Hammerhead, but we have the actor Brandon Stanley, who's playing Leapfrog. And Reese Coiro is appearing as the magician Donnie Blaze. I don't know if he's a character in the comics.
But he's suspiciously close to being called Johnny Blaze.
That is true.
And Google is auto-correcting me to Johnny Blaze.
Of course they are.
Shut up.
There's a character named Porcupine who's supposed to be in this too.
Why not? You know, loser groups, we talked about Alpha Flight the other day. Donnie Blaze. God damn it. He's on the Marvel Universe wiki, but there's no information. All right, here we go. Donnie Blaze, which is what? Shut up. Aliases. Spirit of the... When I typed in Donnie Blaze, it brought me Daniel Ketch. Who... Danny Boy, I don't know if that's the wrong thing. But, yeah, I think it just auto-corrected me. But I think that might be someone they made up.
Probably.
My name is Donnie Blaze. His name is Donnie Blaze. He's a magician. She-Hulk writer Jessica Gao trolls fans saying show will have a very different Ghost Rider. Is this idiot going to try and make himself look like Ghost Rider? Following interesting detail in one of the frames of She-Hulk, there was a buzz that Ghost Rider might make an appearance. No Johnny Blaze, but Donnie. He's not Ghost Rider. His name is Donnie Blaze. He's a magician named Donnie Blaze. This must be a magician who picked the name that he thought was going to get a lot of attention. He's a big character in his episode, but he's not Ghost Rider. Jesus.
I would love it if they reference his name in the episode.
There would be. If someone was like, don't you mean the dirt biker or the stunt biker Johnny Blaze? No, but close. It's like they did Eternal references. They did a Wolverine reference really quickly in episode 2. For those that didn't catch it in the newspaper ads, it said man fought with metal claws. They're so cheeky now that they have almost everything. Except for Little Boy Spider. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, I'm not ready to rank this yet among the other MCU shows, but I'd say it's trending upward.
Yes, absolutely.
As long as it sticks to landing, I'm pretty sure this will be up there in the top 3.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling as well. But yeah, that's all I got. All right, and that is it for that. We will see you guys again next week. Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at CaptainK42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. We're also on YouTube, on Podchaser, on the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
And you can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mostly my Twitch and YouTube. We've got a podcast going again, still going. Next episode's going to be like 3 days from when we're recording this. I'm very excited. We've got a myriad of topics and 2 guests this time, so that's going to be a ton of fun. And I am back to streaming again now that, construction and all that hoo-ha is done. And I'm not sure what days it'll be, but it'll be pretty late night streams because I actually have a friend of mine from Canada visiting. So I want to spend a majority of my time with him, but The Last of Us Part 1 is coming out, so I do want to stream that, and I'm going to only play it my first time through completely on stream, so I get live reactions for myself for what everything looks like. So, yeah, if you're looking forward to that, come stop by my Twitch. It's Organoid0. And, yeah, just the only thing I ask is, no matter where you comment on any of my things, don't be a douche. I don't make money from this, so I don't care if you don't watch. If you want to make dumb comments, go make them somewhere else. All right. We will see you guys next time.